What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And, well, I'm going to let you into a little secret. This video, post-Lapland holiday for the Reed family, was going to be a sponsored video about the Insta360 3GS Go. I think that's the name of it. And let me tell you, that video will come out soon, and this camera is absolutely fantastic. It's quite phenomenal what you can get from such a small thing. And again, I'll go into more detail about that. But what I wanted to talk about first was this camera. Because for the first time in my life, and I cannot stress that enough, for the first time in my life, I have a global Android flagship camera phone that I can rely on. Let's go. So yes, I am just back from 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days in the wonderful world of Lapland. Yes, I was staying in a resort called Ulash, and me and the family done every experience you would want to do while visiting Santa. We done sledging, husky rides, reindeer walks, feeding reindeer. We done all the good stuff, and as mentioned, I filmed most of it on the Insta360 3GS Go. That's a mouthful, Insta360. But I also had this in my pocket, and this was constantly in use for videos and photos and every format, night mode. I used every element of this camera, and that's what I want to talk about now, because for years I've used an iPhone. I'm using an iPhone right now to shoot this video, and every other YouTube video you've ever seen me make has probably been shot on the most recent Pro Max variant of an iPhone, because video wise it's just so reliable. There's no stutters, there's no lag, there's no issues. It just works every time. And with Android devices, particularly, I hate to say it, but like your popular ones like Samsung and Google, while they can sometimes, and a lot of the time in pixels way, nail photography, videography always falls a bit short. Well, my phone of the year, and others' phone of the year, the X200 Pro, has not just shown me it's the best photography phone. It has confirmed to me that this is the best video phone ever. Yes, I know, seems like a bold statement, but hear me out. The video capabilities on this device, and throughout this video I will be splashing up lots of photos and videos to show you what I'm talking about. But the capabilities of this device, from the huge sensors in all three lenses and even that 32 megapixel front facing camera, have been magical. Now, don't get me wrong, it'd be hard to take bad photos when you're in such a beautiful place doing such amazing things. But the clarity from all lenses, the option to record in 30 frames per second at 8K, or more realistically shooting at 4K but going all the way up to 120 frames per second, has just been amazing. For B-roll shots, you always want to try and slow your footage down to make it seem more cinematic. Well, 120 frames per second, 4K, is the best way you can do that on a modern smartphone. And when it comes to night photos and videos, your megapixels are one thing. People love when I say megapixels. I know it's megapixels, I know it is, but we have this thing where we say pickles, so leave us alone. Megapixels are one thing, but you need the sensor size and hardware to go with it. The Samsung S24 Ultra and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition both have a 200 megapixel main wide-angle lens. But it can't hold the Vivo X200 Pro's 200 megapixel telephoto lens is beer. That was a long way of saying it's nowhere close to what the 200 megapixel telephoto lens or the 50 megapixel wide lens or the 50 megapixel ultra wide lenses can do compared to the Samsung flagship or most flagships. And again, there's more layers to this. Vivo haven't just gone out and said, right, we're going to put a near 1-inch sensor on the wide, we're going to get the largest telephoto sensor, slap them all on camera and be done with it. Vivo have thought of the end-to-end process. And what I mean by that is the camera app. The camera app is smooth, detailed, as in-depth as you want it to be, or for laymen, most of the time myself, just shoot in auto mode and it's all going to work perfectly. But if you want to dig a bit deeper and go to the pro modes and choose different photographic styles and do some editing on the phone, you absolutely can. You then use the hardware to take all the photos and videos and all that stuff. And in the end of that process, so the start to the finish, is the post-processing. And every step of the way, Vivo have just nailed it. These photos and videos you're seeing are truly spectacular. And please keep in mind, none of these, and I mean zero, were taken on a tripod. They were all handheld photography, and folks, that matters. That super moon shot, these shots you're seeing right now of that amazingly clear sky with the bright stars and moon, handheld. The photos of the northern lights, which by the way, bucket list ticked, handheld. All the video footage at 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second, you guessed it, handheld. I have come away from that week away just in absolute awestruckness, I don't know, disbelief as to how a phone manufacturer has managed to nail every single element of photography and videography. We know Vivo have been up there. When I say we, I mean like us that are balls deep in technology and smartphones. We know how good Vivo are. But I think the big takeaway for me is how disappointed I am that more people don't know. There are people you know walking around with an S23 or S24 Ultra thinking that they are the dog's bollocks, thinking they have the best Android phone on the planet. And for those people, I just feel a bit sorry for them. There are also people out there that have never heard of Vivo. And for Vivo, well, you need to do better. You need to get your name out there and let people know how fantastic this phone is. And the only way I can see around this is by doing more global releases. This is the X200 Pro, my phone of the year. The X100 Ultra, which came out about 5 months ago, is also my phone of the year. Yes, if you watch my 2024 phone of the year, it was actually 2 phones. But the Ultra variant is not getting a global release. Did you know you can pick up the Chinese version of the X100 Ultra through the Average Lad Tech Store for around £700 to £800? Brand new, sealed, in box, 0.5 terabyte of storage. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And if you want the Chinese version of the X200 Pro, same price. Now, there is a premium for the global, but that premium version is £1,050. That's £200 or £300 cheaper than the iPhone or Samsung equivalent smartphone. I'm not here to say bye from me. This video is not about the store. It's not about me pushing sales. This video is about the fact that we finally got a smartphone manufacturer that has thought of everything. The software, the hardware, the implementation, and most of all, they've thought of you, the end user. Because at no point was I looking for a certain mode. At no point was I afraid to take this out and use it because, well, for another start, and I know this is a photography and it's all about the cameras, but this was in minus 27 degrees temperatures. I never once decided to stutter or freeze, excuse the pun. Everything just worked first time every time. It also has a 6,000 milliamp hour battery. So my 5 days in Lapland, I charged this twice. And folks, I took hours and hours of footage and hundreds of photos throughout that time. I cannot praise this phone enough. And I know it's a bit of a weird follow-up because I've already done my phone of the year. But when I get tech like this, when average dad has a SIM card in a phone for, well, it's 2 weeks now, and there's no sign of me removing it anytime soon, you know you're onto a good one. So this is a bit of a tribute, homage, celebration of Vivo. If you don't know, you really should. And for those that don't know, go check out my reviews. Links in the description and on the channel. The phone has just been mind-blowing. So, this has been a 10 or 15 minute gush about the Vivo X200 Pro. And I'm not going to apologise for that. Because I fucking love it, as you can tell. As mentioned, I will be posting, or actually still have to create the video. This thing is phenomenal. The magnets, the kit it comes with. I will be posting my full unboxing and review of the Insta360 3GS Go. And I have ordered and I'm waiting for the Huawei Mate X6 and the Huawei Mate 70 Pro Plus to arrive. Both will be here this week. Videos will be out well before Christmas. And if you are looking for a new device, here, Average Dad Tech Store. Buy your next phone there. 3% off the whole of December. If you're a channel member through Buy Me a Coffee, a further 2% off. So for those that can't be bothered adding, it's 5% off the whole month of December. I've been glad to recharge the batteries. I am back. I will be back every day this week with a video upload. So if you haven't already, please smash subscribe. 100k subs by Christmas 2025. That's the goal. Until next time.